The plethora of agent-based solutions on AI for your business is never ending. And today we are seeing one more example. This right here is an Ukrainian company called Mytrico.com. Basically, they're a hybrid agency model that uses the build of agents customized for your projects or for your company. So if you come to their site, you're going to see a lot of actual solutions and actionable stuff that you can check out. You can automate your business workflow. We know that we can do this using custom agents and custom GPTs, custom gems that we can build, but these guys come and do it for you, actually giving you governance over the data and connecting it to your actual secure servers. If you take a look at their success stories, you're going to see something like the medical records agent. It says here that it's fixing the fact that doctors spend 3+ hours manually reviewing patient history before the appointments. And now with this, they can just simply go in with these agents that they do for you and set up that in just 3 minutes. The same thing with a booking agent for work days. Instead of going crazy through all of the history and the information for the proposals that you gotta do, this populates the booking system and creates the client presentations for you to be able to know what you're going to be talking with them, with your actual clients. And this one look very interesting, a credit analysis agent, which is going to give you the solution instead of the lender or the creditor looking through hours of loan applications. Is going to go into all of the loan applications that maybe you got in a platform, in a lead magnet, and it's going to fix and find those deals that you actually want to take advantage of. They give you here some how-to. First of all, it's a direct connection to your system, to your API or your database. So if you got any kind of cloud-based database, if you're using anything like an Amazon web server, if you're using a Firebase, if you're using something like a cloud, Google Cloud solution, you can connect this very easily to that, and they're going to map the workflow. So this is very important. This is a human side interaction to the actual platform. So that's what I was telling you. This is not a SaaS when you go and throw a bunch of money and then you got to figure out how to work it. They actually build this for you, making the agent. So very interesting the way that these guys are proposing the solution. And I really found that the founder, which we're going to be seeing in one moment, he has a lot of interesting technical information that we should really listen to.
Basically, what we do, I'd say, like the main 3 directions. Like we obviously focus on AI agents, right? And what are AI agents overall? It's usually like you can connect a thing that you talk to. It can be a chat, it can be like a messenger, it can be a voice, you can like call it, right? And it's connected to different tools and different integrations, right? So like, for example, different directions is first can be customer facing agents. So it can be like AI receptionist, and you call it and it talks to you and help you schedule a call because you're like a medical practice, right? Or is it like a widget deployed on the website and people come and they have questions and AI answer questions, suggest them like articles, books a call, etc. And the other direction is more of the internal stuff. Like for example, latest project was for a company in Singapore and they have like 100,000 documents, right? And they say, hey, like we spent hours, like they have like 1,000 people, right? And so like we spend like, I don't know, like 100 hours each day combined for all people to find relevant documents, find relevant information and all this stuff, right? And we build them like a retrieval system where they just like type in Teams, hey, can you find me a financial model for this project in the like 2014, right? And it takes like 20 seconds to research SharePoint database, and then it gives the answer and reference, right? And it's something very simple, but if you calculate on a big scale for a big company, it can like really, you know, save money or improve performance. For the latest project we are currently discussing is like we have like a big company in Ukraine, they're a retailer. They have 1 billion in revenue, and we are planning to do for them AI quality assurance for their calls, right? It's not AI call center. It's basically they have like a lot of calls. They have like hundreds of agents talking to people all the time, and they need a way to understand what went well, what went bad, how to improve, who is performing well, who is performing bad, etc., etc., etc. Right? And it seems like such a small part of the company, like it's just like just help improve a little bit customer calls. But when you are talking about the scale of like 1 billion revenue per year, just like I don't know, like 2% of improvement of churn will be like millions of dollars. How I decided that I will go from agency to productized service to a product, right? Because a lot of people who are like technical, they have an issue that they just come up with some random idea and then they're like, okay, I will build it for a year and try to sell it, and nobody wants it, right? And I also did it before, but now I'm more like, okay, we are like AI software development agency, we are doing custom work, we are taking like anything you throw at us, and I'm looking for patterns, right? For example, like we made 4 AI widgets, custom AI widgets for customers like in the last 3 months. Like, okay, this is might be a good direction. Or hey, like we have like this big enterprise customer looking for AI call analytics platform. This might be a good directions. So what I'm planning to do in the next year is to find like patterns of what is working well, right? What are the good ideas that are sticking, and different companies want it. Like this company wants this company wants this company wants this. And then instead of like just saying bullshit like, hey, I build AI agents and nobody understands what I do, it will be like, hey, we deploy AI receptionist or like AI widgets to help you land more clients for your medical practice. Or hey, we are working with big retail companies to help them improve their customer support. So it can be like go from like totally custom and different projects to we are focusing on one niche and we have more or less the same offer, but it can be like custom delivery, custom integrations, because still B2B is always like, you know, you just can't have like a login and sign up and they just go and start using it, right? They need like custom integrations tailored into their system, etc., etc. But they also like they pay premium, right? I even have like a plan in my Notion, and it's like throw shit against the wall and see what sticks, and like we are here, right? And next plan is like productized service, and then it's like full product, like AI vertical AI agent or like a SaaS or something like this.
How are you doing the integration of models? It's not a proprietary model, right? You're connecting with API to different models, but does the user have the ability to pick what is going to be working inside of their automation?
Yeah, we are trying every model basically to see what's best, right? Sometimes we have like legal restrictions. For example, for medical practice, for medical projects, they're like HIPAA compliance and US, right? And to use AI, you need to create like a contract agreement with, for example, OpenAI or somebody to use their models in the compliant way. So if you just like, you know, you just send medical data of a patient to ChatGPT without a contract with them, and somebody finds it and like files like a report or like starts a lawsuit, right? You just like, okay, 50 grand, fine, right? So you need to take care of it. And basically in this case, like, okay, company already has agreement with OpenAI, we will use it, right? But basically all the modern tools for creating agents, and like you can just like switch. You give like one API key, you give another API key, you change model names, you can change GPT, Gemini, Claude, right? For different cases, I like Gemini for working with big amount of text, right? It's like very good, it's very fast. I like Claude the most for the complicated stuff where I need to do a lot of tool calls. For example, we build like a AI chat where it's connected to the platform for online schools, right? So it's a platform to manage online school, and we build like them like a small widget. It's connected to their system, and it basically can call APIs and database to find information. And like admin goes and say like, hey, how many students we have? How much is this teacher brings us money? Who is like the best performing teacher? And like for my personal work, like I use Claude Code, right? And I have connected it to like instantly my CRM, my like scraper tools, like LinkedIn, etc. So I can go and like say, hey, I just had this call with the guy, go create me a deal in the CRM and write me like a task to follow up him like 2 weeks later. All right, so Claude is the best for this kind of stuff.
How's people adapting to the technology in your view? I have found, particularly as a professional advisor on several companies on this, that the technical team gets that, but the business owners, not at all. They don't know what they're talking about and trying to use big words to stay ahead in the game, but not really, if you know what I mean. So how are you going through that? Because it's been difficult bypassing that kind of not only fear to the technology, but also the fear to look like you don't know how to manage your company with these technologies.
Yeah, I think the big problem is probably actually like the best you could do with AI right now. It's more tailored for like software engineers, right? If you want to get the most powerful tool to do something with your like business and help you, etc., probably the best is like Cloud Code, which is a CLI tool for software engineers, right? Which is like originally created for software developers, but basically like you need to connect to your business systems, to your APIs, to your CRMs, to your outreach automations, etc. You cannot do with this, right? You need to pipe data from one source to another. You can like ask it, and it will like a script, and it will like parse data from this source to another, right? You have like different programs for your business, right? And you need to understand something, so you can like ask Cloud Code to connect to it and like run, pull data, understand, create a report. It's hard to explain to business people who are like not very technical that like you need to install a terminal and you need to like launch a terminal, right? Claude like launched Cowork, but still it's kind of like it's not there, right? It's good, it's very good for non-technical people, but still it's actually like kind of, you need to figure out how to connect this MCPs and skills and like instructions and how it's all work, right? So it's kind of, I don't know, like there are like some people saying that software engineers will be replaced with AI, but I kind of feel like it's like software engineers with AI will replace normal workers, because like this is basically what we do already, is that like people doing some stuff manually, and we build like an agent or a software or some system that does this with AI and some programming, right? So I guess actually instead of like taking, hey, like you don't need to learn computer science, you don't need to learn programming, you need to understand anything, I think like more people should try to learn it and understand how it works, how like databases works, how API works, what happens when you open your CRM as like a VP of sales, right? And like you launch the page, and then like, okay, this page, you make requests to API and you retrieve this data, right? And that like the same way you can ask like your AI to fetch API data and like analyze it and prepare your report, right? So I actually think like instead of like saying like, hey, don't learn computer science, don't learn programming, like more people need to be technical, right? Because it's more like, imagine like you don't know how to use computer and type in 2020, right? Like in like 70 years ago, if you knew how to type, you already have a job, right? It's like was high tech. You can be like a billionaire, huge like entrepreneur, and you don't know how to type. You have like people who type. But nowadays, everybody knows how to type. So I think like it's important for people who are like more into business and different works, like to learn a little bit, right? You don't need to even like write programs yourself. You just need to know like, hey, this is code and he does this, right? You can have like API calls that request data from different sources. You have like a database where you can store information, and any business system, any software, any application that they use, it's still using the same patterns, the same approaches, right? It doesn't matter. Even like any business could be digitalized, right? You have like some informations and some actions, right? It's just like a matter of questions, how much you can automate and how much you do with AI and scripts compared to normal people talking and doing stuff, right? But in the end, any business, you have like units who are doing things, you have like money, you have information, you have clients, you have, I don't know, a lot of stuff, but it's all the same. Databases, actions, functions. Like sometimes it's machine that does the thing, sometimes it's a human does the thing, but like in the concept, it's still the same, right? So like people need to educate themselves and try to learn more about it, and it will really, really help them.
Yeah, we gotta be technical when we're talking about this kind of stuff, but yeah, I guess it's the same thing. You gotta be educated if you want to get your business to be successful, especially now, because proaction and efficiency are going to be hand in hand with technology implementation, especially in the next few years. Take a look at what happened yesterday with the stock options in all of these companies like Salesforce, and that was everything coming from a single script that was released a couple of days ago. That is something that you can see as a clear repercussion into the real market. And the other thing is, I feel like there is a lot of hype and misunderstanding. Take a look at what happened with the cloudbot thing.
Yeah.
It's cool, but don't you get your personal data into it? Come on, man. I mean, a bunch of bad security leaks and a bunch of people very disappointed. And I feel because everybody wants to be like Nathan Hunt in Mission Impossible and click 3 keys and everything is going to happen like right away. And that is not the way it happens. So that's why I feel like your solution that you're presenting here is the best solution right now, because you have human in the loop, you have custom tailor-made solutions, and of course, I guess that you're handling data security in a proper way for business owners not to freak out on you.
I think it's because it's early and it's for enthusiasts, right? Like give it like a couple of months, maybe like half a year, and it will be like much better, and it will be, made that people will not shoot their own foot with like a shotgun when they're trying to do stuff, right? It's just like always the new things are like for enthusiasts and like they're rough, right? The creators assume, hey, I'm smart, I know that I need to make it like secure and private and don't allow random people to send prompts to AI connected to my email, right? But they just assume it's always like people who create software, they always assume that customers are smart and will understand things, right? And it's often like you create a feature and you're like, okay, this is obvious how it works, and the user doesn't understand, right? But you give it time and it will be like something good. I believe actually AI is underhyped, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think we have a long way to go. So, Dimitri, not to steal more of your time, thank you very much. I just want to tell our viewers how do they get in contact. I'm going to give them your website and your LinkedIn. I'm going to put on the video so they can click and send you a message, and they can see your success stories, which are really, really, really good, especially for the American market. So any final thoughts about this technology and how to get your services running on their companies?
Yeah, sure. Just like the best way is probably via LinkedIn. Always there. I will always receive a message. So if you need help with anything, you can just like reach me out there. Like remember, we are from Ukraine, so it will be much better value for money than Native American companies. Because like if you live in California, like I don't know, you need to make like $1 million per year at least to live like a human being, right?
Totally. Thank you very much, Dimitri. I'm pretty sure that people are going to be reaching out. They really need the solution with the globalization and new technologies. It's very easy to have companies like yours attend market in markets like us, like ours. So that's going to be something great. So yeah, thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. And that's it for today. If you got something that you feel like is useful, and if you like the Mytrico agents, go reach out to them, get in touch. You got their website in the comments, so you can go and talk to this guy, Dimitri. He's great, very knowledgeable, very approachable guy. And remember, right now, it's not the hype, it's the actual solutions that work for you and your company. So if you're trying to bring AI into your business, start small, understand how it works, look for some solutions that you can build yourself, and then go into the bigger, more complex, more custom-made stuff. If you are already up there in the mid-term kind of company, you feel like you're not growing because you need a little bit more, this is the right way to do it. An AI agent, an AI assistant, or even a simple rack can help you very much and can give your employees, your collaborators, a very good tech stack companion that is going to help them achieve the goals that you're giving them. Remember, AI is not a tool of replacement. AI is a tool of companionship and incrementing the performance on your team. Be good, be creative. I'll see you later.